So I'm here with Rachel, who wants to do a little bit of Botox. So we're just going to have a chat. So Rachel, you've done a bit of Botox before. So tell me what your main objectives are of doing this treatment.
So I like a very natural look.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to look like I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm turning 40 in a couple of months.
Sure.
And so I do feel like my face is
Uh-huh.
dropping a bit with age, but
Sure.
I still want to look natural. I don't
Yeah.
want to look like I've had work.
Work done. Yeah.
I'm happy to say I've had Botox. I
Yeah.
just don't want it to look frozen where I have no expression.
Yeah, totally. So I think that if we do very light doses, what we're trying to do is actually reverse some of the changes that have happened in the muscles. So the predominance of this downward pull happens over time because of gravity that you're talking about.
Yes.
So what we'll do is kind of target the depressor muscles, the muscles that pull down at the side of the eyes and then here, and then just a very, very light dose in the forehead to try and lift. Okay. But I think that what we don't want to do is completely paralyze things. Nope. So I'll keep doses really light. Will take about 2 weeks to work, as you know. So at that stage, if you feel you need a bit more, then we could always add more at that stage. But better to underdo it first and then add a bit more rather than whack loads in and then you're not happy.
Okay. Great.
Cool.
I just don't want my eyes to look like they're pulled.
I'm always
nervous about getting Botox around the eyes. So how can you achieve that without looking like you change the eye shape?
So what we'll do to prevent that is basically inject from the side of the eye, so what's called the lateral canthal line, and just do a couple of wee points above that. And all that will do is kind of open the eye up a bit without affecting the muscle down here. So what some people will do, and definitely shouldn't do, is inject sort of below the eye, because that can affect the way the muscle that's underneath that affects your smile works. So that can cause this kind of weirdish effect where your eye just looks like it's stretched. Yeah. So what we're going to do to avoid that is only inject above, from here above, and that just has this nice lifting effect without kind of making you look strange.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So I find when I smile now, because I'm getting older and I'm turning 40 and everything's going a little bit south, that when I smile, my lines around my eyes feel like they're falling into my cheeks, and I never had that before. I had some light wrinkles, lines, but now this getting kind of longer into the cheek is really starting to bother me. How do I fix that?
So that probably wouldn't be Botox for that, and that's primarily caused because you've lost a wee tiny bit of bone volume actually on the cheek surface and in the orbital margin, so the bone around about the eye, so that the eye socket itself actually increases in size. So the way around that is to do the tiniest wee bit of filler rather than Botox in the under eye area and on the cheek surface. Just if you imagine it's like a balloon that's slightly deflated. Whenever you're contracting the muscle, the lines just will spread across the whole of the surface of the balloon. So what you're trying to do with a little bit of filler is just reinflate that ever so slightly.
And it won't give me that chipmunk cheek, which is, so you don't inject here.
So it should just be very, very minimal amounts of filler injected onto the bone surface, not superficially in the cheek, and that would just change the way that the muscle is supported from underneath. Rather than trying to like volumize and create new cheekbones, it's just replacing the little bit of volume that's been lost.
So replacing what I had, so it'll give me the same shape that I had previously.
Exactly, yeah. Great. But that would be filler rather than Botox.
Okay.
And as I said, what we don't want to do is do lots of Botox under here, because that will affect the smile. So we just need to kind of keep Botox really to a minimal above that line at the side of the eye, and then do a wee tiny bit of filler on the cheek surface.
Because I never thought wrinkles here was to do with volume loss. I always assumed it was just that Botox around here is all you need.
But it's just that the muscle is less supported from underneath. Okay. So that's the key with that. Good. Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, so let's get started with the Botox treatment. Okay, Rachel, so what I'm going to do is just get you to make a few facial expressions, and I'm just going to mark where I'm going to inject based on your individual muscles. So it's always really important to mark things so it's not a kind of cookie cutter thing. So if you frown really hard for me, so these wee muscles that run along the eyebrow actually act as depressor muscles, so they pull downwards and become stronger as we age because of gravity. Same at the side of the eyes here, so I'm going to just mark 3 wee points. And then if you raise your brow up the way, what I'm going to do is actually inject quite high up on the brow here just to prevent any bulging here or any brow heaviness. So we need to keep the dose pretty light up in the forehead so that it doesn't relax this muscle too much and force everything down. So light doses up here, but slightly stronger doses down there. What you find is that if you overtreat this area, then it has the opposite effect. And what we want to do is just open the eyes up nicely and give a very kind of natural lifted result. And that's always the key with Botox. 1, 2, well done. 3, well done. And a wee bit in the lateral tail of this muscle here. Good. And at the side. Perfect. Good. Wee bit on the side of the eyes. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 4, 5. And the last one here. 6. Done. There we go.
Great.
Perfect.
The numbing cream's so good. I feel
Yeah.
nothing.
Good. That's us. Done. Perfect. So 2 weeks for that to work. And we can always add more at that stage if it's not enough.
Amazing. Thank you.